Welcome back to our podcast, Silent Issues. I'm Christina.
And I'm Tisha. Today we're going to discuss back to school. Though this isn't a taboo topic, it can be a scary topic for some. I know, like for me, currently, going to a new school and a new job, I'm doing everything new. So just like you kids who are starting a new school, I know how you feel. I got to make new friends. I've got to learn the building. I got to figure out what I'm teaching. At least you guys only got to get taught. I got to figure it out and pretend I know what I'm doing for a while there until I get, it under my belt. So what do you feel about going back to school right now?
I don't know, just another year. I'm like done. I really want to just go home all the time.
Now think about it. You're going to be a junior.
Yeah.
So you only got 2 more years.
Yeah,
And then
finally.
it's college. You say finally, and then when you're in the real world of college and all that, you're gonna see it's a big difference. So like, I mean, I've been there, so I know. But I'm just saying, like, you don't have the same, like, see, this is her junior year, so she don't have that same anxiety. You more have the what disappointment summer's over type of
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
I'm excited to like see my friends every day, but I'm not excited to do work again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the ongoing thing. But most people, we don't want to do the hustle and bustle of the work. For me personally, it's not the work. It's for me getting up in the morning. Like that's the part. I'm
Yeah.
like this morning when I got up and I saw the time, I was like, oh, I only have 2 more days to sleep in today and tomorrow because I start back Tuesday, even though like we don't have kids and stuff. And that's the thing in this area that we're in. Some kids are starting back tomorrow. Some kids are starting back next Monday. Only certain kids are starting back next Monday, and then the older grades start back on Tuesday. So we're kind of all over the place. So like Christina doesn't start back until next Tuesday. I go back in as a teacher this week, but then I don't have my kids until the Tuesday as well because the Monday is just like the little kids and like the kids who are new to schools. So it's kind of all over the place. But whereas other people already teachers started last week and their kids come in tomorrow. So like for all you kids going in tomorrow, listen, we understand, but yes, we get an extra day or so of sleep than you guys. I get tomorrow at least. Christina has all this week.
I have all week, but I also have to get up to go to marching rehearsal.
But isn't that later?
Yeah, it's at 3, but
that don't count. She's lying. She don't have to get up. She don't get up until next week Tuesday morning is when she actually has to get up. But she did get up for the past 2 weeks early.
I had to wake up at like 6:30 to get ready and leave at like 7:30
for marching band camp. But yeah, so with back to school again, I'm gonna reiterate, like I want you guys to know teachers are as nervous a lot of times as you kids because we're getting new students, right? So even if I was teaching the same thing I taught last year, I'm getting new students. I don't know how those students are gonna act. I don't know if they're gonna like me, not like me. Some teachers might say, "Oh, I don't care." I know deep down inside they have to care. We all care. Everybody has feelings. Everybody cares. For me, again, this year I'm getting put in a whole new school with compared to I've always worked with middle school and high school kids. Now I'm going to be with elementary. This is like whoa for me. Okay, so I'm going to be with all new school, new types of kids, like new ages or whatever, and on top of that, a new position. So I gotta learn what I'm doing all over again. So I gotta go in there and pretend I know everything, but really I'm shaking inside. I'm stressed. I'm not eating right. I'm not, and I have a new route that I have to take to work, which is longer. So, and yes, because it's elementary, I go in later, but I get out later. So I'm not getting home till after 4 o'clock.
But you also have to wake up earlier so that you can go because it's farther too.
Yeah,
so
and I like to get there early because I don't like being like there with everybody. Christina knows I'm not a morning person, so I need time to be away from people and wake up. So I don't do well with that.
I also go in early. I like to get there at like 7:10 because I have to be in like homeroom at 7:20. So I like time to like breathe before the day starts.
It's funny. Her early is 10 minutes. My early is like an hour.
Oh no.
Well, I do it again because I don't want to be stuck in traffic. I don't want to be stuck here because I'm gonna be real with you. When I'm in the morning, if I get to work on time and I hear everybody's voices, it just irks me. I just can't take that. So like I know I used to get to work at 6:30, 6:35. and people didn't start rolling in really till around 7. So it gave me 30 minutes of like
Mm-hmm.
calm, and then I start hearing all these voices, and then it's like, oh, everybody's coming. But at least it gave me that time. I cannot walk into just chaos and noise. I did that the very first time when I started working, what, 13, 14 years ago. We had to be in at, I think, 7:30 when the kids had to come in, and I got there at like 7:25, just not knowing. Oh, the worst experience of my life. So I was like, never do that again because it was just too much. It's too
Yeah.
chaotic. I can't.
I usually have my AirPods in, so it kind of cancels out the noise. But also, people like if I see someone I know that's so high, and then I'll have to take it out, and I'll be like, I don't, I don't want to start this day. I hate waking up.
Yeah, I can't stand it. And that's what people don't understand. It go, but then you get up earlier to get there earlier. But again, I know why, because if I just jump right in, I'm not that person. I can't. I need time to just like kind of wake up. Plus, I like the peace and the quiet, and
Mm-hmm.
I go there and get some stuff done where nobody's around, and I don't have to worry about waiting on the copy or waiting on this,
Mm-hmm.
waiting on that. But again, the whole back to school experience it can be nerve wracking, and for our bodies because we got
Mm-hmm.
to get back used to getting up early. Like
Yeah.
most of the kids are staying up all freaking night
Yeah,
right
I
now.
still am, even though I had to wake up early.
It's funny. I was going to bed early a couple of weeks ago, not on purpose. I was just getting tired, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yes, all right, my body's getting back." No, the past couple of nights it's been staying up till 1. I'm like, "This is not going to work," and I've been getting up every 2 hours. I'm not sleeping well, so I just
Mm-hmm.
imagine tomorrow night is going to be hectic for me getting up because
Mm-hmm.
here's what's funny with my new schedule. Right, I go in
Mm-hmm.
later, as I said,
Yeah.
but because this week we go in at for in service, so we actually go in earlier. We have to be there at 7:30. So I'm gonna be on my old schedule and still have to get up at like 5:15 in the morning. So that's gonna kill me. It's gonna be fun times, good times. So what time are you gonna be getting up for your back to
Um,
school when it actually happens? Look, she looks like she's going to sleep now.
like,
So
I don't even want to think about that. I usually get up at like 5:30 because I leave for my bus at like 6:30, and I like some time to get ready. But my alarm is set for 6, and then 6:25, and then 6:30 because I like to snooze, so I'm gonna set some alarms before so I know I can have some time to sleep.
let's talk about that for a second because that snooze thing makes no sense to me. And I know everybody does it. Makes no sense to me. I do not want to doze back off just to be woken up again and then doze back off just to be woken up again. That would make me so angry. I hate alarms. First of all, I don't even have an alarm. My watch, it vibrates. I have it on vibrate to
Oh,
wake me up. And most of the time I get up on my own anyway. But I can't. I hate the sound. I hate a commercial with the alarm. So I don't know how people do that. They fall back to sleep 5 minutes, jump back up. 5 minutes,
well,
that makes me angry.
well, no, have an Alexa, and because my phone alarm doesn't go off, I learned that. So, because one time I was late for something because my phone didn't go off, so I use Alexa. But I have it. I think I usually have it for 30 minutes, so I have it for 6 and then 6:30. Sometimes I put little in between ones because if I wake up the first one, I know I can still have some time to lay there because then my body gets up, and then after I won't doze back off because I usually can't. So I'll just lay in bed, and then once I get annoyed after the third one, I like yell at my Alexa, and then I get up. So,
See my point. You get annoyed.
well, yeah, but I have to, or else I won't get out of my bed.
No, I get that, but that's why I'm saying right away. If whatever alarm, if I have one, as soon as it goes off, I'm getting up. Now, question: how are you setting an alarm to 6:30 if you said you have to leave your house at 6:30?
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about Marching Man.
Oh, that was for marching band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was trying to figure it out. I was like, wait a minute, how are you making the bus? Like, are
No.
you running out the door? Because I know many kids end up doing that. They're like
No.
literally running out the
I
door.
like to leave at 6. No, I like to leave at 6:20 so I can walk. Because if I leave at 6:30, my bus comes at 6:40, sometimes 6:50, so I'll have to like speed walk. But I like to take my morning walks and just
Oh, I
relax.
hate it when I used to have to. I never had to wait for the bus for me, but when I had to wait for it with the kids, sit there and wait in the bus, and if it was running late, oh, that made me so mad. Or
Yeah.
if they come early and you're like running for it because
Yeah.
you know what time they're
Oh yeah.
supposed to
The
be there.
first time I think because my freshman year I usually just went with my mom because she used to her old work schedule. But then when I first started, I went because it said 6:40, but I think it was like reversed. So that day it came at like 6:39. So I left at like 6:35, and by the time I got like up the hill, it was already leaving. So I was like, and it was snowing, and there's snow, and I couldn't run because I didn't want to slip. So I was just like,
Well, I know the first week of school, the buses are crazy.
oh,
They
I
either
hate
come
that so much.
too late. A lot of times they come late because they're learning with all the kids, and then they drop you off late. There's parents waiting for kids for freaking an hour at times. I know, like, when we put the kids on the bus the first day, it's usually that first week, I should say, it's always chaotic. It's craziness. I do not like that. That's one of the things I did not like at all is dealing with the buses
Yeah,
because
I'm kind of glad I don't have to for Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays when I have rehearsal because my mom picks me up because she has to. Like the activity bus runs at I think 3:30, which I usually take if I have something after school like really fast and I want to go home. Because it usually if I have like SGA, it'll be 30 minutes after school and then I'll end at 3 and I'll be like, well,
do
like
they start the activity bus that first week though? Not usually, right?
no.
No, they that takes a minute to kick in
Yeah.
because they got to get. Well, that's what I'm saying. But are you staying? You're not staying after school. Yeah, you are for band the first
Yeah.
week, so that's why you like the
But
beginning.
it's until 5, so
Yeah, there wouldn't be an activity bus for that. Yeah, because I know the activity buses they usually don't kick in until a little later when the
mhm.
schedule when they figured out all the bus schedule.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the positives of going back to school, and that's shopping.
Yeah, yeah,
We get
for
to go
sure.
clothes shopping, right? School clothes shopping, school supply shopping. Walmart has been crazy the past 2 weeks.
Some people don't do that though. I heard
Uh,
that some people just like
I know
don't.
there's people who don't. I know we've always have, and it's
Yeah.
weird to me to think that some people don't because when I go into the stores, they're packed. Like
Yeah.
but I'm learning that it might be a lot of college parents, kids of college parents that they're going to buy their kids stuff for their dorm rooms.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't do the regular back to school.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always gotten like a week of outfits because you just need more. I mean, I need more clothes, but it's kind of an excuse to get more
Well,
clothes.
our family has done that since I can remember. We've always done a
Mhm.
week of clothes for back to school, even with uniforms. Like you get them new
Yeah.
uniform pants. Like yesterday when I was out by Ollie's by the uniform places over there,
Mhm.
it was packed, and I was like, "Yep, all the Catholic school kids, their parents are getting picking up their uniforms." So even that was packed. That's what I'm saying. Like all the stores
Mhm.
were packed. I go into Kohl's, I go into Walmart, anything, Sam's Club. And I heard it was funny because when I was in Walmart, parents had their list out, and they're like, "Oh, you need
Mhm.
2, 3 subject notebooks for this, or you need this." And then there was like a girl yesterday. I guess her mom was showing her a pencil case. They were teenagers, and the mom was showing her a pencil case. She was like, "Why don't you get this?" And the girl was like, "No, because her sister had it last year." So
Mhm.
it was just it's just funny listening and watching or whatever. And I always enjoyed that aspect of going back to school shopping. I still do it as a
Mhm.
teacher. Like
Yeah.
I look for clothes and I'm like, I want something new to wear, when I go back, or gotta have new classroom supplies for whether
Yeah.
it's for me or for the kids or whatever. So that's what I've been doing. So I mean, that's the positive. That's the fun part of it to me. Like I decorated my room the other day,
Mhm.
and it took me 2 days because they moved me. But it was fun. But I know when I go back on Tuesday, things will have fallen down, and I will have to fix it. I bought a couple of more things to add to the room, but it's just that part I think is
Yeah.
is fun. How many outfits did you get?
5. I usually get 5, but it's usually not in the same day because I'll find things like I'll find clothes, but then I have to put them together, and I like to put them together because before in the past I've just gotten clothes and I'm like, wait, none of this matches, and then I had to use old clothes and it was kind of not new, and I was just like,
And I can confirm
yeah.
she wasn't very good at matching when she was younger.
Well,
Okay.
but now I found clothes and now I'm kind of like annoyed because the shirt I got yesterday doesn't match what I thought it would be. So now I just have a
Random
miscellaneous
shirt.
shirt and pants, and I have to buy another shirt and pants to go with it. So
You'll figure it out. But even with that, like with the outfits and matching and stuff, what I find a problem. I don't know if well, I don't think you guys do it. But when I was a kid, and even for my kids, we would go back to school shopping, and
mhm.
everything was winter clothes, like fall and winter. And so, like, you buy them these nice new outfits, but it's too hot to wear them
Yeah,
because it was fall winter. So I started catching on, and I think you do it like that. You start just buying summer clothes, and you might buy a couple of fall outfits for like the colder days. And you used to do it when you were a kid. Your mom did
they're
it for
they're
you.
like all long sleeves and pants.
Oh, all years are fall.
Yeah.
See, you're gonna be dying. That's what I'm saying. But luckily, the buildings are air conditioned, so
Oh,
you won't be.
they're always cold. I'm always
Yeah,
cold.
so you'll be good inside the classroom, but
When I
outside,
go home, it's
yeah,
gonna be like,
you'll be
well,
dying on the bus.
I usually change for much of it anyway. Like I'm not gonna. I usually
Oh.
wear. I usually have athletic wear for that.
Yeah, because that was the big thing. I always remembered that. It was like you go and everything's long sleeves or pants, and you're like,
Mhm.
they're so cute. Like I used to buy, I remember my mom would take me and I would pick out all these cute outfits, and I'm dying. I'm hot. I'm like,
Yeah.
why did he do this? Why did he still? And like my generation girls wore stockings, so I'd have to have freaking stockings on with my skirt, and I'm sweating and
Mhm.
dying over there. It's always been like that. So I never I get they transition, the seasons, but it like you want summer clothes, you want to be, but at the same
Yeah.
time, your parents are buying you new clothes because the weather's gonna change or whatever. But
Yeah.
you know what that means? School just starts too soon. That's what
Yeah.
that means.
Mhm.
Maybe they should let it start in like October.
October. Yeah. Yeah.
See?
I
Then
can
if
wait
it,
until October then.
I personally feel if we start now, like we do, we should get off like right before Thanksgiving, right? Like we go from say end of August or September to Thanksgiving, right? That week
Mhm.
before I wouldn't even say we go any of those days of
I
Thanksgiving
know.
week,
Just
right?
get
We
that week
that
off.
Friday before, right?
Mhm.
And then we don't go back until the new year.
Yeah.
That would
Let's
be
give us a
like
break.
right. That would be awesome. That would be an awesome schedule because not for nothing. Seriously, as a parent, as a teacher, as a family person, I gotta worry about now. I got Halloween coming. I got Thanksgiving coming. I got Christmas coming. New Year's. Those things all come when school comes back. So it gives
Yeah.
me more anxiety. Like these 3 months, June, July, August, we have one holiday, one real holiday, 4th of
Absolutely.
July.
Yeah.
I mean, you have June, you have Father's Day, okay, but that's just giving gifts, and it's
Yeah.
it's not like you're doing major things. So like it would be make more sense that we were in school then and have off the
Yeah.
winter. I hate going out in the winter as it is. So for me, that would be so much more ideal. But nope, I didn't make the world, and I didn't make the school system.
There's some things in the world that do that, like, that have a
Yeah,
flip.
there are places that have their schedules are different. Like a lot of the cyber schools, the online schools and stuff, they have different schedules. So they usually get like 2 weeks off in
Mhm.
between like marking periods and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That would be nice too to like just have those little breaks. So like this year we're gonna be screwed because April we have no days off. Our Easter is in March this year.
Actually,
Yes.
March? Ew.
So we go April through May, basically. Yeah, just
No, I'm using all
depressing.
my 10 days in that month. I have 10 days I can use as an excuse from my mom, and I will use them all in that month.
So yeah, that's. I was looking at the schedule because it's usually March we
Yeah.
suffer through, but this year it's going to be April we got to suffer through. So, but then you can't use them all because that'll be when your keystones are. No,
It-
yours are in May, right?
Mine are in May, but I probably won't take them because I probably passed.
because you passed. You saying
Probably.
already?
Hopefully.
Oh, that
I don't know yet, but if
which
I did, then
ones?
those are free days then.
So you don't have to take any this year.
I don't know. Probably. I probably will.
What? But what? So what other ones would you have to take to graduate? Any others? Or you, if you passed all these that you took in sophomore year, do you have any more you still got to take? You gotta
No, if I passed them. I took all three in
You
last
took
year.
English. What is it? History? No, science. What is it?
English, math, and bio.
Bio science.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you because you're taking chemistry this year, you said right?
Mhm.
You don't have to take one for that.
No,
Okay.
it's just the three, and then if you pass them, you can.
oh that's.
But you
well,
have to keep taking them until you pass them.
Oh, I
so,
know.
yeah.
I've been there, done that. Mine were in New York City. They were the RCTs
I got.
and regions.
I think I was really mad because when I first took them my freshman year, I got 4 points off of English. Like it was right there, and I was so upset. I was like,
Oh no. For me, when I was in high school, I took the math one every year, at least
I'm
at least
probably
once,
going to.
maybe twice. I finally passed it my senior year by like 1 point. I passed it. I would fail it always by 1 point. So it wasn't like it
That's
was.
so
Yeah,
mad.
it is annoying, and I would have to take that same class over and over. See,
Oh,
that's the
I didn't
difference.
have to do
Yeah,
that,
we
yeah.
had to take that class over and over until you passed it. So I never went past algebra one.
But also that kind of makes it easier because I don't have that. I didn't have. I had math in the beginning, and I took it at the end. So I kind of my brain was like,
Yeah, I don't know why they do it the way
wait,
they do it out
no,
here.
never mind. You take it when you have that course. So like
Right.
if I was doing since I'm doing English, the first semester. Well, I'm doing English both, but the first semester I would take the Keystone in this fall.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't. Well, winter they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
winter.
winter. Yeah, that's how it was in New York when I was a kid. We did it like that. But if you failed it, you just repeated it. You didn't get to go to the next class.
oh.
So it was over and over. So I was an algebra one student for many years. Hence, people, I don't teach math. I can teach basic math, but not no algebra. I
hate algebra.
hate it because the letters and numbers just doesn't make sense in my brain. It just doesn't.
I haven't had math in a while.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah. She said that when she was doing Duolingo, the math
Not
after
doing-
1 + 1, it got too hard.
No, I'm just not doing that. I'm in my free time. I'm in my room. I'm not gonna voluntarily do math. That's
Don't you do math every day when you, not necessarily for you every day, but like if you're counting money, your money, or thinking about anything like that, or dates or anything like that with your music notes and stuff?
Okay, well that's different.
Okay,
I
no,
like
that's math
like
though. I
it's
just want you to know.
important. I know, but it's important stuff. Like I'm excited about it.
No, I get
But
that. I
I'm
just want you to realize that that's math too. It's
no,
not
I know.
algebra.
But when when I have to do like when they give me equations on Duolingo, I'm just like I'm not gonna voluntarily do that. No.
Yeah, I no, no. You said equations and
No,
there you
yeah,
go.
but with music, there's a lot of counting. It's weird.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like we do math every day. It's just like reading it every day. People think we don't do those things every day. You do.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like, and I know there's going to be a lot of algebra teachers that if they hear this, they'll be angry and they'll be like, yes, you use algebra every day. You
Ew.
might.
Womp womp.
I don't know how to apply it. I can't pretend I do because
I hate
I'm
that
not,
math.
yeah, I like
Never
that,
liked
that math just doesn't, it just doesn't make sense in my brain.
it. It started when we used to do those things where you were timed and you had to do all those math problems. That would get me so angry. I hated it so much.
Oh,
We'd have like the equations and you have to do them under a minute and you oh my
how many you
gosh.
could do.
Yeah, that no. it's
And
gross.
I never understood that process because your tests are not timed.
Mm.
But so like why make people have to do it so quickly? Not everybody's brain works that way.
Yeah.
You know, I get memorization parts, like maybe knowing how to do the equation, like having the memory of the formula, which I have no idea what those.
They don't make you memorize formulas sometimes.
I know, because they give you the cheat
Yeah.
sheet on the PSSAs and Keystones, so they don't make you memorize them. When I was in school, we had to memorize them.
I'm glad we don't.
Yeah, well, they must have realized it didn't work because
Yeah.
because I was in algebra 1 for every year. So that's like no one knows formula. I don't know them. I you could throw them at me and I wouldn't know them. And I mean, even with English, I mean, you know, I was an English teacher. I still don't know every rule by
Mhm.
heart. You have to, you know, you look at those things and you go back and study. So it's just crazy how that is. But anyway, going back to our back to school thing. So back to school is coming for us for a lot of you guys in different places. You might have already started already. Like I know a lot of the places in the South, they already went back to school.
Mhm.
Places north of us, they're going back to school after New Year's. Hear me,
Labor
after
Day?
Labor Day. Thank you. I'm not sure about like the West Coast if they started already, but I know a lot. You know, this is the time. Whether it was the beginning of August or the beginning of September, it's somewhere in between here. Everybody's going back to school. So, you know, we're wishing everybody a happy back to school, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a student, whether you're a parent who's getting rid of your kids, maybe for the first time, or you're like, thank God, you're singing to yourself, it's come back, you know, back to school time. I will tell you as a teacher, please get your kids to sleep because it drives us insane. They're falling asleep in class, but I get it. You know, we're all tired too. We get it. So, you know, back to school time, here it comes. Happy back to school time. The stress for all of us, the homework, the work. Christina's face is dying as I say these things. But she's only got 2 more years of it being easy, and then life gets harder. So she's going to feel it, but, you know, let her enjoy it. So with that,
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow